Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ETF2L Season 41 playoffs. This is the quarterfinals. It's been quite a wild ride of a season, but we promise you death and destruction and a whole lot of other things that involves a penis, maybe, that has wings. But I'm Peter. I'm joined by GrumpyKoi. Nice to see you, buddy. How are you doing?
How did I get here? Where am I?
Yeah, of course. On the camera, we got the Themicrocheese manning the action, and he's gonna make sure you'll catch everything and that everything works out properly. And then also, just to bring out all the big guns for these playoffs, we have Dum Tum here on the let's call it the analysis table. He's got a whole table for himself, but I'm sure he can make it work.
Yeah, it's a bit of the pre-game stuff up here for things, and I found this funny Brit on the street, so I brought him in here with me. I think all of it will go fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Found me on the street, thanks. Yeah, that's where I've been. I've been homeless. Actually, no, I haven't. But yeah, right. so yeah, the problem is I don't know TF2 anymore. The things change and I don't get with the times. So Dum Dum, how did we get here? We got Death and Destruction versus Foreskings, but what happened in the interim before the season started to now?
Yeah, it's been a very interesting season. Obviously, the promise was LAN after the end of the season, but that has not been the case. Not even because of the obvious reasons, but because of a lot more technical stuff. Unfortunately, Copenhagen after this season is not happening. However, there's obviously still the looming threat of an ice series in the summer, so this is still good practice for these teams, and a lot of the big names have been coming out to play. Initially under weird names, a lot of them did not have any sponsors under the names just yet, but as you can see on the tables now, at the top we have sponsor team Witness Gaming, on second place we have sponsor team TF2Easy, and right behind them on third and fourth, like you mentioned, it is the teams we're watching tonight, Death and Destruction, and Foreskings, and even you that has been out of the loop has seen pretty much everyone on these teams before in some capacity. A lot of them together as well. And they had to work quite a bit to get here. They played each other very early on in the season, week 2 in fact, and it was competitive, but a still strong win for D&D back then. But it's been some turbulence since then as well, including 2 switches on the Devilman. In the meantime, they started off initially with Playgray, but didn't like the performance. They lost, in fact, the first week again. Stevie Wonder's Aim School, a roster that also you are familiar with, Grumpy. Since then later folded to their own shortcomings, I suppose. Didn't perform anymore by the end of the season, so they called it quits early instead of dragging themselves over the finish line. But they lost that one, D&D, and they didn't like that, and I guess the Devilman had to make the cut. Playgray went down back to Div 1, where he still had a fun time for sure, but not obviously, the Prem debut he wanted by any means. They got Dagger back in, obviously also familiar name for the roster that we're seeing. But then the final 2 weeks were the big ones. They played against Witness Gaming and TF2Easy back to back, and the tilt kicked in. I guess not unsurprising necessarily for a roster like this, but always a shame to see, and they had to make do. And I mean, they made do with pretty good still in the end. It is the first season for Fancy, formerly Fancy Elf on Demoman, was on Amandum, who I think got technically last, but it's also last of live teams, so I guess that's 6 in the end. Had a pretty good debut for its own right, and stepping in to fill the slot where on Foreskings, obviously. We already talked about it before the stream. It's a lot of familiar names. A lot of them have played like this before in Premiership one season and tied quite a bit, but didn't get the big wins. This time around it's been different, been going a lot better, and still barely fell short against the big names in the end, where they wanted to win so badly. Couple that with a little bit of new talent, Zoe, and Lance, I guess less so new talent, but newer to the Demoman class, of course. But pretty much the same roster has performed incredibly well in Div 1 before, and Premiership has been looking very, very good for them too, on top of that.
They folded Witness Gaming. That's the biggest thing you can do, right? Like, make another team fold. And that's really incredible. And they've been really good at doing a lot of oddball strategies and banners and weird bombs and that kind of stuff, spy plays. Like, a lot of it comes down to jacklegs doing weird shit, but it's really, really been effective for them, and a lot of teams haven't been able to deal with it that effectively. So I'm really curious to see whether or not Death and Destruction have done their homework and are ready to really deal with all the onslaughts and weird tactics that's going to be thrown at them. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what Foreskings brings because they are a team that have been just getting better and better as the season has progressed. I feel and very, very interesting.
I do actually know that Death and Destruction D&D are actually feeling kind of confident going into this. Like I've actually had Flick in my stream at one point, and we were talking about his team, and he actually has really, really nice things to say about Fancy and having him on the demo role, feeling actually quite confident with him. So we may see quite an impact of that, like you said, because Lanza not necessarily someone that I would have attributed to the demo role either, just from like previous knowledge of him as a player. Like it's kind of like a bit of newbie versus newbie when it comes to the Prem scene, so it could be interesting. Like, do you have a favor of that demo matchup between Lanza and Fancy?
We can try and show it up on the screen and on the stats. We can talk about it. But
did I just segue professionally? Hello,
Colin Paul Blart Mallcop.
I know. Absolutely.
Didn't the guy who invented the Segway die trying to show off the ability of the Segway stopping on a cliff edge and like he fell off a cliff or something?
I think something like that happened more than once with people testing out.
No, but it's like but it's like the owner.
It's the same.
You gotta believe in greatness. Ali did not succeed the first Ali bomb either, but we still call it that these days. So
can you guess how the inventor of the guillotine died? Like there's a lot of these examples in history.
Hey guys, what's the so you laid out
Anyways,
have we got
Lancer
the stats
versus
up to look
Fancy.
at?
Yeah, so I would favor Lancer quite a bit. I think he has a lot more experience to go on, and he has overall been very impressive to me this season. Like he doesn't have quite the same damage output that Fancy has, but overall, I'd say his ability to stay alive and just make smart plays kind of outcompetes Fancy's admittedly very good damage output. But I would definitely see Lancer as the heavy favorite to come out on top in the AFG duels. We don't know the map yet, but we'll see if that matters.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to see what the picks are. Oh, actually, that's a good thing for me. What are the maps? This season? Help.
It's a very traditional map pool here. I think the weird one this season is, I guess, Metalworks and the fact that Granary's back again.
Granary's back, big. Yeah.
Unfortunately, you won't see this tonight. Tonight's maps will be Sunshine, Metalworks, and Gully Wash. I don't exactly have the map picks from each team, but we know the order of maps here. So we know what's up tonight. And Metalworks is not a new site necessarily. It's the newest one out of the bunch, I suppose, not accounting for Granary being gone for a little while, of course. If you were back a little earlier, you might have seen a weird cough map called Clearcut, but it's been voted back out. It wasn't the worst thing ever, but product is just tough competition, I suppose, in 66.
Yeah, it's I could talk for a really long time about how, as a cough map, product is very sort of ingrained in our scene when it comes to a map to play on. Like everyone kind of you really only want to be able to have one Koth map that you kind of practice and play around, because it just plays so differently to 5v5 that the worst thing is if you throw in something that changes that. I feel like a lot of teams are just not going to enjoy it, because as much as like change can be good, a little bit of stagnation in Koth, not a bad thing, because it does just turn into a bit of a cluster.
And even there, people would disagree. It's been a big debate how much coffee you want to have in first place, right? 2 maps, maybe just to have it be worth more to practice it. None, so it's more consistency over the board. But we're stuck here with product. Unfortunately, we won't see that tonight. I saw it a lot in Lord games this week, so people are keen to see it back, which is nice, I guess. But obviously here we have a little bit more traditional lineup for these maps, and we'll see what comes of it.
Yeah, my hard read though, just on the map choices, is both teams are obviously comfortable with more of a DM focused play style, because all these maps kind of lean, especially Sunshine. Sunshine is very DM focused, I find, and it'll be interesting to see. I know it's easy to say for all maps, but like, let's just process is like the pug map. It's all about your scout DM and stuff like that, and I feel like Sunshine is going to be that. So Beta is actually starting now. Do you want to take us away with this first mid and
absolutely
show me how to cast so I can try and remember?
Yeah. Let's see if there's any soldiers that do any kind of crazy fast rollouts. This is a map where you can absolutely just propel yourself onto mid if you really want to. Looks like no soldier have chosen to do this. as we're just going to have a nice normal mid. Both demos are in here at the same time. Jackaleg's going to jump behind very early on. Wacky's going to follow in as well. There's a lot of pressure onto Jorge, but Jorge is still alive. He's in this corner, and Lancer's actually going to be the first one to go down here. Jackaleg jumps in on the medic, but they have actually guarded and just absolutely locked himself into the enemy kitchen, and I think no one died on the side of death and destruction. That's incredible for them.
No, I feel like Death and Destruction did the really good play there with the two soldiers going behind and, you know, applying that pressure. They didn't chase them. They went forward. Jevon actually did a really nice bomb onto the meds, separated Zhangzu away from their scouts and was able to clean them up quite quickly. And they've got this nice advantage now coming into last with an 80% advantage. Really they're going to want to go right, go straight in, and that's what they're going to do. Uber's in, the heavy is slowing them down, but the rotation now comes out. Sentry Gun's only level 1 on Zoe's side, so it's not going to do much as they bomb across. But now Uber's done, they're trapped in, but they've not put any time on the point. They've not cleared the stickies either. So actually, they're in a risky position.
Yeah, they haven't put any pressure on the left side yet. They're going in now, but at this point it might be too late. Yeah, like Jorge just needs to get out at this point. This is very weird. Like, it's very normal to go in on the right side, but then as soon as you lock out the right spawn, because that will happen very naturally, right, when you jump in the demo man, then what people do is that they send the demo man over and start sticking the left side so that you can just collapse on that. And usually if people try to walk out the spawn, it just completely annihilates them. But there's just none of that at all. They just stayed on their own right side, and they waited for a very long time before going in onto the left side and putting pressure on it. So it just allowed everyone from Foreskings to sit back and just enjoy their time. Bro, they're actually looking to go in here. This is a very small advantage that they're trying to push on.
Yeah, and the pressure's gone in, but Flick actually denied Wacky's jump really nicely. Jevon actually goes down, and now they're going to have to come out. They're actually going to get collapsed on here. They're going to have to use... Uber is a little bit more favorable for D&D, and they're going to pressure quite hard here. They're going to try and get Zoe in. Choke. Jackie now going on to Flick, trying to punish that, but actually no one really trades here. That's interesting. They don't get that many picks. Only is it Funks? I don't know how to say their names. Is that his name? Funks? Phoenix?
Oh, that's Phoenix. That's Phoenix. I was sort of bombing onto the medic here, but no. Just too many body blocks there, Jeevan. Not even able to get close. They might see Wacky or Jackaleg come in here very soon. You see Jackaleg is definitely like positioning as if he wants to jump in, but looks like that was just meant to be a distraction for Wacky, but Wacky couldn't quite get in either. So we're back to being in a stalemate. Neither medic have their Uber right now. They're just both building it, so they're going to get it at the same time. This is the first stalemate of the map, and in these stalemates, we've seen a lot of banner play coming out of Jackalegs. However, this point in particular, this area, is not very good for banners. It's very difficult to actually get consistent spam in without going very far forward. Like, if you imagine Jackaleg walking forward in flowers into a point where he can consistently spam people, he's so far forward that, you get picked off so easily. So it's not actually a very good option right now.
It'd be interesting to know whose pick was who, because so far this definitely feels like this is more of a D&D map, just with the way that they're playing it. They do look a little bit stronger, like they have a game plan going into it, whilst there's a lot of reactionary plays actually coming out of Foreskin. So we'll see. Like that last push that failed, I feel like just the big thing is they need to be applying their soldiers more when those rotations come out after they've done the Uber. Like, I feel like as soon as Jevon and Mathis went down, that's when it started to crumble. And right now, what sort of pressure can they bring with those soldiers again as they're playing on the left side? Jevon actually looking to come in with the bomb and actually just do more of a distraction play and come back to the stalemate. How would you break this beta though right now? You've got three options to go in, 3 ways to get caught out.
Yeah, it really is just about trying to bait things in. Okay, we do have a soldier jumping in now. Actually, man, oh my god!
Oh, nice.
Gets that perfect, like 112 rocket onto the medics, and Getsu was not expecting that. I think he had his arrows out right as he did that. So, just I guess that answers your question. You just do make a lot of noise in flowers, and then you just have a soldier jump in. And all right, okay. You might not be able to see everything, but we're going to do our best to cover it right now. Everyone just retreated here for Foreskings. They're going to try to hold last. Jorge wasn't under any pressure, so they're just capping second now, and they're going to be pushing into last with a full Uber advantage. And this is their point to win, but they've already failed one, so let's see if they can do one better this time around.
Yeah, what sort of setup we got? We got a level 2 sentry this time, and the Uber actually comes out. Oh, it's really not good. Phoenix actually holding them down really nicely. They're not able to rotate. They're just going to try and spam out the sentry gun, but it's getting healed really nicely by Zoe, and he keeps it alive.
Oh, it's still alive. They killed nothing. That was just, yeah, a really pathetic push.
That was really bad. The only thing I really saw there was just the demo and Lanza just laying down enough spam just to basically levitate everyone, and then once the heavy got revved up and was able to do that, Phoenix did a good work there, and now they're actually Ubering out ahead. I don't know why they've necessarily done that. There wasn't really a force going on. Ixie goes down in the back line, and they weren't able to catch anything. So now Jorge back in advantage, and D&D are actually going to use that. Yevon going in to create that space. They've got that Uber now. There's a bit of spread out going around. Jackie Legs actually 1v1 enough in Flowers goes down.
Oh, Jorge gets specs wacky so much that he actually pops there, afraid of the air shot. So they're going to pop in here. It's not the worst pop in the world because they are actually at a big advantage right now. They can just keep on pushing forward. Jackie Legs has even been cleaned up behind lines. They're going to jump into Soldier very aggressively on this left side. They're sticking out the point. They're going to pressure that now. It's going to be all up to Phoenix. Can he get on there? He just gets levitated, but no. The Sticky's on there. It's the easiest thing in the game. Put Stickies on the point, have someone walk on the point, wait for people to walk into the Stickies. That's going to be 1-0 there. Really nice counter push in there. Even though they got forced in a situation where they didn't quite want it, they still made the Uber work out well enough to move in there. That's going to be 1-0 here for Death and Destruction.
Yeah, but really like scrappy from both teams so far. Like I feel like not a single fight has really gone 100% in the way of the other. I just feel like D&D, they reacted perfectly at the right time to create into an advantage. And right now Mathis actually walks in from big Zhangsu goes down, Phoenix down as well. There's some good picks going on the side again of oh no, they actually lose Jorge. Jackie Legs thundering off. 2 soldiers versus Demo, Scout, and Soldier. They really don't want to fight this. They have to back out. Then they're on their side, right? Yeah, no, that's the blue color. They're doing fine. But
yeah, there's not a whole lot of there's not a lot of picks that they can really get at this point, right?
No.
Like they got the medic. You're pretty unlikely to get the demo man. You can't really stop the point, so might as well just hang around outside, make sure you don't die. And you might just go for the counter push here. But Jimin is on Spy. He's in Flowers right now. He might come in here. This is a pretty weird situation to go Spy in. It makes perfect sense, but it's not something you normally see. And this is exactly the kind of situation where Spy can work. And he's coming up now, and nobody's suspecting. I think there's some...
No, come on, he face stab. Oh, no.
Poor timing there. That's just unfortunate. There's actually also even Stickies on the ground because Lanza was putting Stickies there to deny bombers. And he could have actually just deaded on the Spy as well, but he didn't even realize it there. Oh, Sword is in. Very deep. Nice serve from Jorge. Really good job there by him, making sure to keep eye contact with the Soldier the entire time so doesn't get randomly air shot from long range or anything. But valiant effort there from Jackie Legs. Unable to really get anything too crucially done, and now this push is going to come in. A lot of work being done. Wacky going down here. Everyone's just cratering and they can't get out. Oh no. Sengetsu popped on himself and nothing else. This is the worst feeling in the game. Like, this is where you just want to kill Bind out of shame because this is so bad. But actually a really nice job by Jackie Legs to deny the intro there.
It'll never beat the Lucky and I cast where Connor Ubered for no reason. I don't know if you ever remember that when we started screaming at the top of our
line. Oh yeah, that was so good. Oh, this is nice pause timing. Like it's
we can talk about that.
But it was like actually on Sunshine as well. And
yeah, it was. It was like we didn't know they knew, and we were just screaming at the top of their lungs. Like, do they know? Do they? No.
Yeah, it's just, they know. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was tragic. Nothing quite as bad here. Like it's been seen here before that you end up popping because you don't want to pop. Like you want to maintain that Uber and last. That's why he held on to it for so long. And like he wasn't in that much danger himself, so it's pretty easy to see why you wouldn't pop it. But at some point, you just gotta have to realize that you can't actually hold on to this Uber forever. And yeah, if you just pop on yourself just so you can get out, it's so much worse than if you actually have like a scout to do some damage and maybe force them to pop or at least go back to not run into the Uber and die for no reason. But like when it's just you, they lose no momentum at all. You saw that here. They just kept on rolling into last, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, straight up. I just saw that on the stream. This straight up looks like when you roll up to the wrong neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
Straight up, like, oh, that pause is over. So now we will come into this third round. Like, so far, looking pretty good for D&D right now.
Yeah.
Looking pretty strong. Oh, what's the command to restart my HUD?
HUD reload scheme. Anyway, no fast soldier rollouts this mid either, so just going to be your standard mid. Mattis is coming from the kitchen. Looks like Wacky and Zoe's actually going to go super aggressive onto Mattis, but Mattis just held that back really effectively. Jackley is going to go down as well. This is just, these mids have been so good for Death and Destruction, but just as I say that, 2 people actually go down. Literally every single person for Foreskings are on mid right now. They're just clustering around this bell tower, and they might be too bunched up, but sometimes bunching up just works out really well. You can focus fire very well, and that was a very successful mid from them, and I think that was the first time they won one as well.
Yeah, they just made you eat your words there, straight up.
That was a really
nice... That was a really nice mid.
Yeah, like they bunched up really hard. I was a little worried about it because usually you'll do it in a corner or something, right, where you can't get flanked. Because sometimes, you know, if you're the ball and everyone else is coming from all the sides, you just take all the same damage and you just crater and collapse completely, right? But it worked out really well here. They did a bunch of good dodging. There weren't that many explosive classes left. So okay, here's the flank. We do have a sniper here, but Ixie not going to be able to drop anyone. Just as I say that, Jackless is going to go down. Uber did pop off though. They're going to go on to Fancy. Surely Fancy's going to die. Surely Fancy's going to die.
He stayed alive so long.
Yeah.
Long enough
all
to...
their energy on that.
Yeah, literally, they focused so hard on that side that as soon as they weren't getting the frags they needed, the bombs came in, and they got pretty cleaned up there. It's a little bit unfortunate for Foreskings, and now they're trying to stabilize. I think they pause again with Jackie Legs hiding in the corner.
Yeah, this is a neat little position to look at, right? Because you can see Zoe from the side. He's probably the bait, and then at some point, I assume Jackie Legs is gonna spring this trap. Not like this is a pretty weird spot, right? Because like no one's gonna walk into him. Like I would be very surprised if Jorge just decides to walk across this edge and just down into the loving arms of Jackie Legs, right? Like that's probably not gonna happen. He's gonna have to jump up at some point. But if the medic walks onto the point and the soldier jumps up there, like it's pretty easy to get the force onto the medic or even the kill. Right? He only has 80%. So
I think a bit of patience from Jackie Legs. Like if Zoe can create enough noise and Jackie can stay calm, he might be able to do a little bit of a weird and wonderful play. You never know, but hopefully they're counting their men in front of them. And I don't know if Ixie from that angle could have seen Wacky, but Wacky was jumping towards them, so I don't necessarily know if they saw him.
They might have heard him.
Count their men, count your boys.
Oh. All right, let's see. Okay, he's actually just going to walk up that way, and he gets the first rocket onto the medic.
Oh, but Wacky finishes it off. Big bomb. Flick actually gets the frag. So Getsu is knocked. No, you're against a wall, mate. You're going to get slapped, and that's exactly what happens. Mathis gets another frag as well. And Flick, doing a lot of work, actually, ends up clearing that up. I'm gonna just from all these pauses, my TF2 is just messed. So you just tell me what's going on, and I'm gonna read.
All right, basically everyone died and everything's a mess, and they're just gonna try to push in right now. Neither medic is close to Uber at all. No one's fully healed up. It's just a really good time if you want to go for a chaos play, but the longer you wait, the more everything's just going to stabilize and you're going to be having a much harder time actually pushing in. And we are actually going to stabilize here. I don't think we have any crits, creaks, or anything going on. We do not. All right, so everything's just kind of normal. And again, maybe on another map we would have seen some sort of banner play, but on this one, not so much. You can actually go for the man treads. That's actually a thing on Soldier on this map, right? Because you can jump in, and they can't deny you if you have the man threats on, and you can jump in very quickly from that choke. So that's a way to do it. You obviously have to suicide in a soldier first, so it could be kind of obvious that it's coming, but like it's pretty unusual to see, and I'm pretty sure they're not banned this season. So like I think Asudis did it quite a lot in these situations. All right, we got Jackie saying he's bored.
Oh no!
Oh my! He just got like completely ground stomped there. Is that what stopped him?
No, he just missed his jump. He missed his second jump. He just he shot the ground and it looked like his rocket just disappeared into the.
I thought maybe like the scout like stood on his head or something, so he just completely.
I think it literally looked like he shot in front of himself instead of behind.
All right, fair enough. That could have happened. All right. So did he do anything weird as he came back here? No, he's just on gunboats. So I guess we're just gonna wait. We have seen Death and Destruction manage to do this, where they just put on a ton of pressure in flowers, and then they can jump in a soldier from the choke. It looks like a slightly different approach right now. They're playing into this cafe area, putting on pressure, but eventually they just rotate around. So it's not going to be anything.
That as an opportunity.
Oh, he's doing so much work.
Creates a lot of space, but Jorge with a really nice surf there off that second rocket and straight into the pack, keeps himself alive.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked that Jack Elix got denied as little as he did. Okay, we actually have a soldier bomb in. That's just a ring around the rosies kind of thing, but he just jumped into two scouts and got completely picked apart there.
Yeah, no, it's right now kind of what you expect, sack for sack, and Jackie's actually going to be back, so maybe look to do another sack again as he actually takes a little bit of pressure up on that top, gives Wacky space to go in, but actually no, they've actually forced the Uber. Jevon actually managing to get that off for them. No, so Getsu, that's really not good.
I think they wanted to take. Yeah, I think they wanted to take the Uber exchange, but there were some stiggies in those in that little windowsill up there, and that dropped Phoenix. So they just popped up nothing again. So that's the second time this match Sengetsu has just had like an absolutely tragic Uber. Wacky's going to get taken down. He tried to jump in there and get the force out of Jorge, but Jorge, again, playing so far back. His team is doing so well at just protecting him and just clearing out space and denying. Like, this is what an aircraft band looks like in action. Like, just no one could get close to Jorge at all. So he's going to come in here now with his full Uber ad. Looks like they're just going to continue to try not to get enforced here. They could just pop in very aggressively with the Demo Man and try and shut down the door, but they're taking a much slower approach.
Yeah, they have to be careful, because if they want to roll this straight through, they would have had to try and use and get onto Zangetsu, but it's going to equal it out. So really, we're going to see a classic sort of second to last stalemate. But will Mathis open the door for any off classes? No, that's what I thought potentially could happen, like an Ixie sniper maybe or something like that with an equal Uber situation. There is a sentry gun going up. They're doing classic heavy sentry setup.
Yeah, I think Jackie is going back for, I was going to say a banner, but it might actually be spy. He's just running out of spawn. Or not.
Changed his mind.
Did he have the wrong watch on or something? Like, was he on the Dead Ringer maybe?
Like he does play the eternal reward or something? I don't know.
Yeah, he might just have had the wrong thing.
They must have. They know.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Like running into him.
They know.
He's literally standing in the door. So if people want to run through, he's just gonna run into him.
Also, Lucky was in chat, so I hope he remembers. They know. We were talking about that earlier, but
yeah.
Oh my god. What is Jackie Legs gonna continue this? Like, they know, they must. Yeah, they know. Like, they're looking left, right, and center. Is it worth keeping the spy up, or actually just going and changing and just having the threat of a spy when you're not even on spy? Because that sometimes can be an effect, because they're gonna be careful. If they think there's a spy
he has a lot of time just because Demon is on a banner, and Demon's gonna be trying to build that, and this is the only place on the map where a banner can work. I was talking about how I thought Jackie Legs was going to go for it, but it's actually going to be Demon that's going for it. And this right side is very good for getting spam in. Right? Like, sure, you have to deal with the Demo Man up there, but like you can usually get some chip damage in on him just with spam. And once I don't think sentry damage to count toward banner damage built, but I could be wrong about that.
I'm pretty sure buildings don't affect the charge, but I am the worst person to ask because I know nothing.
I also don't think it matters because people are also standing around the sentry gun either way, right? So I don't know. Microcheese, hopefully you can tell us when he has got a full banner because I can't actually tell with my heart right now.
Yeah, I can't either. So I'm just getting
93%.
Oh, no.
All right, okay. Oh, okay. So they're both running that.
Oh, Yevon's actually used his banner. And they just use it to take sentry gun down. That's perfect. That's literally a good use for it.
Yeah, and here comes the sword department.
Yeah, here comes the bomb.
The medic.
Skill stick. No, not going to force it. But now they're in a deficit of Uber and the banner.
Yeah. They might try to use the banner out here. They could also do the classic thing of doing an Uber exchange and then using the banner, but that's very difficult to do out of last.
Yeah, you don't really want to Uber out of last for an exchange.
Yeah, that usually doesn't end well. It's very easy to get caught out or at the very least get nothing done. So yeah, I understand.
Or worse, give an opportunity for some scouts to get behind you.
Oh, I kind of like this. Jackleg was on a banner and now he's on spy. You don't think the guy on the banner will go spy, right? So that's kind of some mind games going on.
I thought it was Wacky on banner, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? Maybe I was wrong.
It's Wacky. Yeah, Wacky's still.
Okay. I thought it was a big brain play.
Nope. Just standard IQ, my friend.
Standard IQ. You know, sometimes that'll get the job done as well.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if it ain't
could
broke,
get fancy.
don't
Fancy's
fix it.
kind of presenting his back to this doorway here with the spies looking in. Not quite, but pretty close.
Oh,
banner. That could be a distraction. Yeah, it's actually.
Oh,
it goes down. Wow. Oh, Jackalix actually goes out there and gets picked. So this could get really dangerous, actually.
They have the Uber advantage out of this, but they haven't got really a way of pushing out with both their soldiers down.
So I thought they were going to get pressured a whole bunch, but I'm very surprised that Death and Destruction is just content to sit back. They don't want to do anything. So it's just going to be a free push. Yeah.
It's playoffs, you know, but then they don't have to, you know, you don't have to play risky. Forcing Zangetsu and the rest of his team to actually do something is more beneficial to them. But they are so far forward without using this Uber, and they finally use it. Are they going to be able to get any sort of pick that's going to translate? And no, they're just going to get second. But Ixie's behind. He does get spotted out though. He gets one. He gets two.
He gets two.
Oh my god! What one?
See you later. Wow, Ixie just out completely. Yeah.
Literal god. What the hell, Ixie?
That shouldn't work. Like that's not normal. That shouldn't work. But somehow Ixie made that work, and that's going to be 3-0. That's a huge opportunity lost. And to just even rub salt in the wound, that was another really bad Uber for Sengetsu. They just don't have really good results with the Uber exchanges here with Uber advantage. They're just not doing very well.
Oh, mate, Ixie winning a 1v1 against a bombing soldier and a scout. Oh, they have come in D&D, straight up got Zangetsu. Jorge has transpired and actually died as well. Phoenix up top actually going to get flicked down. Now it's just Zoe and Phoenix. Oh, nice rocket for Mathis. And Yevon now jumping on, trying to get that, actually just damaging himself in the process and actually getting kind of low from his own damage. Phoenix going to go back, join the rest of his team. Scrappy win, but that's a mid-fight for D&D again.
Yeah, there might be a bit of a contestant coming out from Phoenix. He's just basically doing rocket dodging at this point. That's the main thing he's doing. Jackal is in deep as well. Might get even, they do get it. And this is just a mid-fight round 2, and looks like Death and Destruction not quite going to be able to get in here. And, you know, again, as you mentioned, this is the playoffs. They are ahead. No reason to take any chances at this point. So I understand them just taking it slow here and not taking fights that they're unlikely to win. And they do have the Uber ad, so if things get too hairy, maybe they can just pop Uber and get saved.
Yeah, I think it's now like a really, really poignant time for Foreskings to apply as much pressure as possible and try and force some mistakes out of D&D, because right now they don't really want to. You can feel it in the way they're playing. You know, they're trying to create spaces here and there. This actually really, really good. I eat my words. Thank you very much, D&D. Super risky play, actually, in Flowers. Jorge goes super low, trying to get some sort of exchange going on, but actually, they managed to back out, but Jorge went really low. I think 20 HP in the end.
Yeah, G1 is still down, so I expect some soldiers to come just screaming in here. Jacklegs, he spotted them. Oh, he spotted the scout in the corner.
Oh, 1 HP!
Wow.
I hate scouts. I hate scouts. He shouldn't have lived. He should not have lived.
Yeah, that was some ultimate life form kind of business right there.
Oh my god, that's a throwback. Oh, dear lord.
Alright, soldiers in again. Jacklegs, he's actually going to go behind lines. That's going to be a bit of a distraction play. Sometimes you would see people running scouts behind lines. Maybe that's what Phoenix was trying to do as he gets taken down here. Jacklegs now, he's a bit of a liability almost, because if he gets picked off, the team is down 2 players, and that's going to make it very difficult to deny any bombers here coming in. But he's actually doing a really good job of staying alive. He finally gets taken down, but Phoenix has just spawned now. So it's going to be a pretty small window here, Death and Destruction, but they are going to come in and perfectly use it. Doesn't matter how small the window is, he's going to sneak his way in there, mad as is. And that's going to be a Uber Force, and Jorge, he's just going to push forward.
Yeah, they can apply the pressure now. Like, Lanza not really able to do much to slow this down. Bomb comes in, but the Uber comes out of Jorge. They're looking to chase, but Lanza doing a good job of stopping them push any further into Cafe.
Back cap, though.
Yeah, they're doing really... Is that back cap? Yeah.
Yeah, Ixie just out DM'd Zoe though. So that has been dealt with. And now all of a sudden it's 2 players down. Death and Destruction, they're looking to go forward. They even pick off Wacky, and there's no way anyone can stay on this mid. Oh no, Sangetsu runs out the other way from everyone else. Okay, that kind of scared me, but that kind of goes to show that they don't have perfect communication right now between them. It's very disconcerting when you see a medic run out one way and a scout run the other. That means that there's some sort of connection missing between them.
I just feel like right now, Foreskings this isn't their map. They just don't seem very comfortable in adapting to different situations, and a lot of the reason why this map is so chaotic is there are so many options, and being on the same page is really important. And a lot of times I don't feel like Foreskin are all on the same page in what they want to actually achieve. But Wacky does do that bomb, give us some pressure. Are they looking to exchange? They feel they're so close right now.
I think it's because Jimin has the banner and he's desperately trying to build it. And as I mentioned earlier,
I was actually more talking about how close Phoenix and Zangetsu were, because they were just so really much in charge. Look, Jevon right now actually gets the force onto Zangetsu. They don't get an exchange, but it looks like they were really.
Is he getting that? Oh,
yeah.
He gets, wow.
No, they used it.
Yeah, but he got flashed there.
That is such a messy play. I don't understand what anyone was trying to do there.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the Foreskings that they're being very aggressive because they kind of have to, but now we have a banner coming in here. This is one of those things that are very difficult to deal with. They're being flanked, but I don't know, poor Jack, he's just doing no damage. That banner is just absolutely game-winning. They're going to just take the second point, no problem. Sangetsu went down. Phoenix is going to go heavy on last, but they don't have time to build a sentry or anything. Zoe's even going to get taken down. Jorge can just wait for Uber and still go in here. There's not going to be full heals coming out here from Foreskings. Actually, G-Man is just in super early. They're not waiting for anything. They're just in Grumpy.
Yeah, they are, and they get Lanza, so this is just going to be a nice, easy mid, unless some miracle work can come out of Foreskins. And right now, they are trying to do that, but it's not working for them. The Uber's out. There's a lot of pressure. They're trying to clear out the correct people.
But G-Man has another banner.
No, another banner's coming out. He's on his own, though. They managed to hold it.
Yeah.
Almost.
He should have saved that banner.
Yeah, he should have just backed out with it. Even if they used it as a way to halt them pushing out, it could have easily been done. If they got 2 or 3 people with the banner buff to bomb onto Zangetsu, they would have easily got him. But again, they don't need to play those. They can waste as much time as they want with these plays because they have that advantage, and there's only 3 minutes left.
Indeed, it is basically too late. It's not technically too late, but Foreskings, they need to just completely roll. They basically need to get on the point right now if they want to do it. They are doing that, in fact. So this is well played. They do have this Uber ad. They need to just keep on rolling right now as well. They can actually go and spawn camp a little bit. I know there's a long time until Team gets out, but if they are just going forward really aggressively, they can actually get a lot of work done and get a lot of space for their effort. And that is what they're getting. So they're playing the way they should here. Just stacking points going in here, but now Jorge has the full Uber, and that's going to slow them down at least 8 seconds unless he decides to drop here. Ixie's sniper and spawn as well, but Foreskings, they have no choice. They need to just go in now.
Yeah, no, if they're going to try and equalize this in any way or take it to Golden Cap, they're going to have to. The exchanges actually come out. It's looking a lot better for Jorge. As Zangetsu does get picked up, they have no heals. Wacky super low, going to get cleaned by that splash from Mathis. Really good pressure from them as they're actually... Mathis looking still to go forward. Yevon actually finds Jackie Legs down below, and Lanza goes down to an exchange of Pike versus Rocket. Both actually kill each other, but D&D able to secure this. And this game for them, this last 1 minute 30, kind of garbage time. Obviously, they may not play it as such, but they've definitely won this map. They secured it with that last hold.
Yeah, you don't want to give them a round, though. That's just going to encourage them, right?
Yeah.
So you want to just make sure that you stop them down nice and heavily, and just make sure that they don't feel like they can actually come back and win because now they have wind in their sails. So big jump in here from Jack Legs. Not going to be able to get Jorge. Jorge survives, but oh my god, these sodas, they're just jumping in so aggressively. But yeah.
I do feel like the scouts on D&D have done really, really well this game. So
yeah, absolutely. Like Phoenix, once again, like he's been doing really well. This is Phoenix's first season in Prem, and he's been very impressive so far this season, from what I've seen. And he's had a pretty good game as well. So, I'm not gonna like fault them for being like bad or anything, but yeah, it definitely seems like Ixie and Flink have had like very strong, especially Ixie has been having a real good time. They're gonna go in here, see if they can get a last point here. It's a dying moment. Oh, is this a pause? Is this a... Oh,
no.
It must be the server dying, right? Like, I mean, Jackie Leg's signature move is demanding a new server after every time he loses. So maybe they just left the server and something like that happened. You know, this is not important either way. It looks like they got the cap, but maybe not. Maybe Jackie Legs makes it onto the point. Either way, Death and Destruction will take the first map. Let's say 3-0, and yeah.
there is no way that map was not D&D's pick. Like there's no way it wasn't their pick.
Oh, 4-0. Okay, so they did get the last one. All right.
What? This is not this game. This is not this game. That is a snake water. That is a snake water lock.
Alright.
Fine, I think Penis, standout player.
Oh yeah. Gotta love that.
Gotta love Speedy as well. Side guy performed amazing.
Yeah. Oh, this is actually interesting. Ixie didn't have that much damage. That's very cool.
Oh, can you actually? Can I? No cap. Can I get the logs? Oh,
There they are there in chat. Alright. It's who can we blame? But
so who can we blame?
Alright, what are your takeaways immediately? I have some at least.
Well, you know how much I love numbers and logs and how they show 100% what happened in the game and don't actually, they mean everything. I mean, the classic, I'm actually, the thing that surprises me the most is Jorge and Zangetsu really didn't have that differences in kills, death. It's 6 on Jorge and 9 on Zangetsu, but I feel like we mentioned it a fair few times. Zangetsu's Ubers just felt disconnected and choppy and just not good in any way, shape, or form. Apart from that, Jevon Mathis, highest damage, doesn't surprise me. You just talk about the numbers. I don't like the numbers.
Yeah, like what really sticks out to me is Jack Legs having 5 kills and 22 deaths. Right. That is...
Yeah, he got bodied.
Yeah, he didn't get all those medic picks that he was looking for. So that's a really good job by Death and Destruction, just shutting that down. And that is what you want to see.
Yeah. And it's more like what this really just shows is how effective the scouts on Death and Destruction are, just because their damage numbers are not super high. Like, actually, if you look at it, Flick, for example, a SpongeBob, he has like under 6k damage, which is less than Phoenix, but because of all the kills and all the application of working with, um, you know, Fancy and cleaning up the damage from both Yevon and Matters, they were actually just a lot more effective at doing what scouts do best, which is clicking on people who are low health,
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a really big factor in why Death and Destruction had such a strong game. And obviously, Ixie showed some moments of his DM. That last I think it was round 3 cap. Last cap was pretty good from him, but they only show so much. I think we're able to go into the next. What is the next map?
It is Metalworks. I have posted the Connect info in one more.
Mm-hmm. I see it.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's a map that suits the playstyle of Foreskings better. It has the more like clearly defined chokes and that are easy like to hold, and then you can play around those. And then it also has like some really nice avenues for big soldier bombs. And both of those things, I would say, suit Foreskings quite well. And
we've probably seen more banner plays, like you mentioned before. And they may want to play around that style now they've got it.
Yeah, and then also at the same time, like just the fact that Metalworks is such a different style of map than Sunshine should really help them, right? Because you can always speculate about whether or not one team prefers one style of play or the other, but like just the fact that you got trounced pretty heavily and now you can play it quite differently, that helps you just by the fact that it's different.
Yeah, no, and I do feel like, well, I mentioned it before, I feel like D&D has a DM sort of advantage, whilst there's a bit of a DM deficit on Foreskins, but they're a little bit older, is kind of, apart from Ixie, because Ixie's been around for years, and so's Mathis, there's quite a lot of young blood on D&D, but when it comes to some of the like Jackie Legs and Lanza, for example, I've known those guys have been around for a while, and I feel like there's a different, almost like old school play style. The slower, control your chokes, go more around setting set plays with your soldiers. Whilst I feel like D&D is more of the new age of TF2, which is scouts do the thing where you shoot the people. Good job. Pretty much. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, every map is scout, click people, do your thing, right? That's kind of their role defined. Have you noticed, by the way, that everyone's using the little Christmas ball now? It's a thing.
Yeah, because it annoys people.
Yeah,
they do it for the tilt
every once in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, they do it for the logs. Ugh.
Yeah, it's just like every once in a while you just randomly do 30 damage or something, right? But we're actually going live already here. No waiting around. I like this. This first mid should be very interesting. Oh, they baited me, I think. But no, baited again. But
this whole cast has been you and I just being proved wrong every single time we've said something.
Yeah, so I guess this is why we say that Death and Destruction, they've been so dominant. Like, there's no way that Foreskings can really do anything. I don't see any future for them in this series. So, like, just get ready for an early night, and we can just have a quick 2-0. So then, do you think I jinxed it? Do you think I jinxed it?
Are you doing a thing? Are you doing like a? This is too many IQs for one man's to understand. Like, are you saying that the Death and Destruction are gonna win, or are you jinxing them? I'm confused, mate. This has got too many layers for me.
All right, I was going for 2, but I'll take
this is too many. This is too many
too
layers.
many layers.
Too many layers. Come on, it's me, man.
Oh my God, it's not. It's like almost surface level. This is too deep.
This is too deep for me.
This is the kiddie pool. It's too deep.
You got to spoon feed it to me, right?
You're the guy that drowns in a puddle, aren't you?
You can drown in 2 inches of water. All you need to do is pass out and face it. And I'm that guy.
Yeah. That's just called a good night out.
Oh man. Oh,
I do need to go to iSeries, don't I?
You do need to come iSeries. You do need to come iSeries. Come on, man. Beta confirmed?
All right, okay.
Can I do this, mid?
We're definitely live, and the first thing we should be looking for on this mid is just soldiers going into the skybox and landing on the head of a demo man. And that will very often happen if the demo man is not careful. I assume that both of these demos will play kind of carefully in the first mid. You can see Fancy. Oh, it's going to
very fast.
Nothing there. Yeah.
Very, very fast in comparison. And actually, the 2 bombs come out from... Oh, yeah, and going on to that light. I like it as he tries to sink onto Zengetsu. He doesn't manage to get it. Oh, he's actually in a really good... Ooh, what was that air movement from Jorge? He did like a weird pirouette and dodged 2 rockets. Yeah, nice as they push forward. What happened? That was a quick mid. What the? D&D don't even care. They're moving forward onto last mid.
Yeah, Fancy got the kill onto Lancer very early on the mid. I think there was a bunch of like pressure, and then like Fancy was just forced to walk into a bunch of stickies. Anyway, Wacky is going to jump in very aggressively. He actually gets onto Sengetsu. Sengetsu so weak, actually pops there. Went down to 11 HP. He actually could have held it, but he didn't know how much damage Soda was going to do, I guess. Or maybe he thought he was going to get another rocket off. But, hey.
Ducky Legs, what you doing, bro? Bye. Okay. He was just going for a trip, mate.
Yeah,
I think he tried to do like a speed shot below, hit his head, and then died. I don't.
Oh yeah, I do that sometimes. Where I'll just do like, I just need to hit this speed shot and go up in this perfect angle, and then this will be a genius play, and then you just shoot the ground and die. But we have an Uber Trust coming in here, and they've taken down Phoenix immediately. That's the fat heavy down. Sengetsu not going to be long for this world either. This is looking like it's just going to be slowly having people being picked off. Lance is the only one alive, but he's not going to be able to get to the point. That's going to be a quick and pretty clean 1-0 for Death and Destruction, just continuing the hot streak.
See, too many layers. This is my point. You did too many layers.
I dug too deep and too greedily. And
you jinxed the jinx, bro.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't jinx properly if you say you're going to jinx it.
Yeah.
But does it then double jinx it after that? And go back in an infinite loop?
Fancy's fast and he's doing things against Lanza.
Good save.
You're back to the game. Too many layers. Too many layers. Yevon really likes that light as he goes for the sync play again. Hits Lanza, does get that pick off, but actually looking good for Death and Destruction as they get some cleans up. Mathis gonna bomb across, maybe? No, he's just applying pressure to Phoenix. Phoenix and
again!
Why are they separated? What?
Oh my god, not again.
Wait, hold up. Did they just... Was that something that was so dumb it was genius?
There's no way that was genius.
That was, like... He left his med to make Mathis think that the med was alone, and then
but what
he
if
popped
Mathis
up
hits 2 really good rockets?
But he won't, because
right.
Too many layers. It's going to be my quote for the stream. Too many layers.
Yeah. Alright. Even Ubers, we have Lancer trying to do some sneaky, sticky traps in there. Oh, they've been spotted. They weren't that sneaky after all. So, let's see Death and Destruction, how they decide to try and go about this. They've kind of taken the rotation position, I like to call it. Down here, when you stand near this little open lower door, you can go anywhere really quickly.
Play. Oh, Wacky in very high, though. Jorge goes super low. Yevon manages to get Lanza, though. They trade that. And Wacky... Where did Wacky go?
Oh, Jackalex is hiding in the corner here. His spy. Oh, what? He kind of missed. Oh, he mistimed it. Didn't matter, though. He had them all fooled. It was a very weird time to go spy, and it just worked out perfectly.
Sorry. No way that worked. And he won the 1v1 against Fancy.
Oh. So now there's just a spy running around, pistoling everything, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's dressed up as Moon Man. No biggie.
This is not acceptable. He's
all right, so now
going.
they know he's spy, but you can still make that work if you have an Uber ad. They don't, not very big at least, but he can look at them and tell. So they should know. Like having a spy in the stalemate is obviously kind of fine, but he should probably go for the demo man or something instead of the medic.
Oh, what the guy he's right behind now. He's looking for it. Oh, he's waiting.
Like Fancy's standing with his head against a wall. You can really tell.
He does not want to be backstabbed.
Yeah. But like when they know you're a spy, you start going for low priority targets just because that's the only thing you can get. Like the medic is going to be too well protected. It's going to be too absolutely paranoid and just turn around all the time. Whereas like this soldier that's jumping in, right? Like Matt he might jump back and then wait for an arrow, and then he's going to be in a position where he can get backstabbed or something, right? Like you have to go for those kind of.
Spotted.
There you go. Soldier actually comes in, uses the distraction, but he was not even close to getting into Jorge. Jorge was like inside when Wacky jumped in, so a bit unfortunate there. So now it's a 2-man advantage here.
Yeah, and Jevon actually manages to get in front of them and tries to slow them down, but not able to do it, so you just push them off. And they're still trying to stabilize really for Foreskings right now, as Jevon still wants to go in. He's trying to now make a play onto Zangetsu. Does manage to get the force, but Zangetsu just wants to arrow someone instead of, yeah, I guess you can do that. I mean, sure, why not?
I mean, the play is
Legs.
definitely okay. Yeah, Jackie Legs just want to die as much as possible. I think that's his strat. Zoe's in very deep. He might get picked. Oh, Zoe, find the door. Oh, didn't make it out alive, and Wacky wasn't there to save him either. So now, once again, we have a ton of pressure coming out here, and Foreskings, they're just going to fold completely, not even putting up any spam. They're just going to go back to last.
And they are get their off classes.
Absolutely.
Didn't mean to cut across you then. I just thought that you should know they're looking for off classes and it's not working, so they've gone with the heavy.
I mean, that's an off class, but yes, they are going to come in here. No time for a sentry gun. So the heavy's going to get focused down really quickly, but they do need to come back in here. They are about to lose this soldier, so not a perfect push here by any means. Actually, Jackleg's going to get a nice pick onto Flick here as well. Ixie's behind lines. He could go for a point play, but the Uber does eventually come out of Zangetsu. All right, Jorge went down as well. Zangetsu needs to survive this. All right, nice little jump in here, and the Devilman's going to get denied as well. And that's a good hold. There you go. They got it.
The control point is being
I mean, good decision not to continue with the off class of a engineer and go to the heavy off class. It worked for them as much as it could. It felt like a bit of a incoherent push from D&D. Like they didn't seem to really focus anything. And then as soon as the Uber came up for Zangetsu, they were able to just clear house quite quickly. So
I think they might have been better off bunching up a little bit more than they actually did, because they did get 2 kills immediately, and then they just slowly lost players.
Yeah, they death balled up and just tried to apply as much pressure as a group. They could have done something, but
I like the idea of that. But Lance is actually coming in here very aggressively with this Uber push here. Matt is going to go down, but the counter Uber comes in here. Zangetsu goes down immediately. Zangetsu again just not having very good Ubers, and now it's just inside here. Jorge again actually does a lot, but eventually Lancer comes in here. Actually does a ton of damage. Does get taken down. Zoe, okay, take the 2v1. Do it, Zoe. Do it.
Nope.
Let's get bullied.
Not against these scouts. They didn't even give Zoe a chance to breathe.
No, I think he took 0 damage there. Just and didn't miss a shot himself. Jorge did go down. Zangetsu died first. That means he's going to have an Uber ad. This would be a very normal time to go for a crit streak or something, but he's just going to be an Uber. He's still going to have a small Uber ad. They are building really aggressively, so I could see a dot push coming out here. That wouldn't surprise me. But of course, Jorge is probably going to be playing it pretty far back. You can see he's ready to just run inside right now, or at the very least to be in a position where he can get very close to the house. He's not too worried at it right now. He knows there's no Uber right now, but it's going to come in very soon here if they're not careful. So let's see how they decide to play it, if they actually go for the dot push.
They have decided to use this Uber and push in. Jorge's at 85%, so they are going to be looking to catch him as soon as possible. But they're not going to do it that well. Wacky's actually going to come in, drop down. They've put some pressure across, but really they've got fancy. Yeah. 95, 96, 97. No, they need to try and get this force then, really. And they're going to get it. Nice. And they get Ixie for their troubles. Nice.
Yeah, that couldn't have gone any better. Really nice. Nice rocket from Mattis onto Zoe. Beautiful shot there. Let's see if he can do even more. Can he get onto Sengetsu? No, he's just going to jump out. That's probably sensible. He was kind of out of rockets, but now Sengetsu is really far back, getting health himself, and that means that he's not distributing heals. That means that everyone can get pushed back. This is a pretty dangerous situation right now for Foreskings. They are struggling to actually get out here. Very aggressive jump in there from Jackie. He will just do that sometimes, and nobody was expecting it. But for Foreskings, they do manage to hold on here. It's still only 1-0 here.
It doesn't feel like it. There's been so much back and forth from both teams, actually. It doesn't feel like a slow game, does it?
No. My point is that they're not that far behind, even though it is a very fast game. So, this is still looking pretty promising. They do have the Uber ad here. They might just decide to jump in. And this Jackie didn't die as he died, but Jorge is going to have his own Uber as well. They popped and look at this, how far back. Sengetsu did like a flank with a scout all the way behind. He just ran all the way around the enemy team. That's funny. And so he's actually going to get out. I can't believe the time that he actually overextended the hardest. He actually got out.
They managed to get Jorge as well.
Yeah, this is looking good.
Ixie actually goes down to Zangetsu. Zangetsu now in a sticky situation. And
they just tunneled Mission home to Sengetsu, and everyone gets taken down. This is a huge opportunity right now. They're going to get this second for free. They're going to have an Uber ad onto last. This is where Foreskings need to show that they're in this game. Jack is going to do some scouting, but now's the time.
They need to have a distinct game plan as how they're gonna do this last. We're gonna see like the classic off classes, see the sentry gun come out, heavy on flick. They're all in a position where they're gonna try and slow this down as much as possible. So what sort of setup are they gonna do? They're gonna go in far left, or they're gonna go through main. They're gonna look at a far left push at the moment. They're getting spotted by Evan straight away, spamming. Where is that sentry gun? It's right in front of spawn. It goes down very, very quickly. Now they need to bait onto the point, but Flick goes down, does deny it. The sticks have come out though because Fancy has gone down. But now they have to deal with that Heavy quicker, and they're not able to. Jackie Leg's the only one alive. Heavy putting in the work, slowing them down, and that's going to be failed push for Foreskins. Shame, really.
Yeah, they were just
started
unable
really
to.
Well.
Yeah, they got a lot of space early on, but they were just unable to focus fire properly. It was very weird seeing like one or two people shooting the Heavy when like it should be everyone or no one. And usually everyone is the correct answer, but yeah, just unable to really focus fire properly, and eventually just getting bled out there pretty substantially. So now Jorge, he does have this big Uber ad. The sword is pretty weak, so he can't really give them too much space immediately here. It's kind of weird how passive they are. Like, they realize they have Uber ad, right? Jorge's going to do another nice surf, but look how long they're taking to get onto mid. Sangetsu's on 60% now. He's just slowly getting this Uber. And if they're not quick here, definitely destructive, they're going to just lose the Uber ad, and Jorge gets forced by Wacky.
Yeah. Wacky saw a perfect opportunity there, and Jorge got popped up against the wall, knew that he could get hit by Splash, so had to use now advantage for Sengetsu. They are one player down against 6, but unless they can be super quick, the denies come out. Lanza goes super low. He does end up going down, but Fancy goes down as well. But they're only going to get those 3 picks. They're not going to be able to get Jorge. Sorry, it's only 2 picks, sadly. As Zoe actually goes down to Mathis. Yevon does get away, and now they're re-pushing in D&D. They're feeling pretty confident. They've got that Uber advantage. Becky Legs pushing across. They've got some trapped in players. Flick does go down. Phoenix still chasing, putting a lot of pressure onto them and pushing them out to second. Nicely done by Foreskin. That was a good chain of events from them. Yeah. And actually some good TF2.
A really big through line right now is that Jorge is surviving all of these fights. Like, whenever they have Uber or Disad, he's just always out in time. Like, Foreskings never ever catch him. So now he's actually at another Uber ad again. Like, Sengetsu will die and overextend and have bad Ubers and stuff, but like Jorge, never ever dies. Once again, Soldier jumps in. Jorge is just out of sight. But actually, the demo man gets taken down. This is going pretty well until they lose Sengetsu. This is no longer good for them. It's just a matter of can Jorge actually be in a situation where he doesn't have to force.
No, he got forced.
Yeah.
Phoenix got it at last second. Phoenix still looking to do work. Actually gets Mathis as well. Phoenix on a 5 kill streak, putting in work today. The young player actually showing how things are done really there. Actually really well played. I really like it.
Yeah, Phoenix have been very successful this season, I feel like. Like having a good pocket scout season. But his team are definitely still losing right now. So gets jumped again by Jimin. A bit of a weird push in there. But somehow that he just found a little window and said, okay, I'm going in if no one's going to contest me. So it is still pretty even Ubers right now. I think we're going to see like a big soldier bomb in here. Jacklink's going to be that soldier. Jorge, he used to stay deep. So it's actually running in through lower. And he's actually going to take down Ixie. That's very interesting. Lots of pressure. So it's going to come in here from the flank. But no, Jorge, he's just always behind his teammates. Just somehow. This is just very impressive to look at. Now comes the Uber Force out here. But it's just Phoenix.
This is not good. This is not good because Jorge's still got his Uber.
Yeah. I
there's
hope
nothing
Phoenix
they
just
can do.
goes for the medic here. Oh, he gets it! Wow. Jorge, he didn't believe in Phoenix.
Way.
Woo, gets Flick as well. Flick's not happy about it.
Oh my god. No!
Alright.
No, apparently...
Trust the stream. That was really glorious. Phoenix just...
Oh my god, I think stream did see that.
Alright, okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Phoenix just clapped
oh my
the combo there.
Our boy's experiencing a memory leak, so that he's got basically a RAM issue. So that's why the frame...
I think I'm contagious. Like, the bad PC issues, it's just actually me that's contagious. I think that's how it works, right?
Oh, mate, I've got a good PC. I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's going to crash in a moment. Don't worry, dude. I'm in the same bubble as you. You're screwed. Absolutely.
No,
Jacklink's on spy again, by the way.
I spent so much money on this thing.
Oh, boy. Alright.
Jacklink's doing the... Oh.
I think he... I couldn't see if he was cloaked or not earlier, but he might have been like doing this the sniper thing. I couldn't quite tell. One of the only downsides to having outlines enabled is that you can't tell what people are like cloaked through walls and stuff. But either way, they don't appear to know that he's spied. And he is in a pretty good position now, so this is where you kind of do like a big fake bomb in with a soldier and then you come in there. He's actually going to go for the demo man. That's a pretty decent pick. And he survives as well, so this is just annoying.
Yeah, no, this is an exchange as well, looking good for... Actually, Foreskings, they're looking to want to put pressure back in. Wacky's actually going to go and create some space. Zoe uses that as an opportunity to go in. But Flick is actually going to win out that DM. Phoenix goes in, gets absolutely bothered. Oh, they all get bodied. D&D absolutely body them, but it doesn't matter. Wacky comes in and gets them, man.
Yeah, that's a big salvage, but that was just a DM diff. Right there.
Yeah. But that was just Ixie putting in work, and then the rest, like Yevon bombing in and getting the frags they needed. Oof.
We have secured the control point.
Oof. All I'm going to say to that.
Yeah, they might try to go for something here. Jacklink's in. Oh, he gets a demo man. That's great.
What are you eating?
I had a cough drop. Sorry.
Phoenix getting Yevon. Sounded like you just took a mouthful of cereal. Man doing a late night
I tried
snack.
to crush it, but then
Then started costing.
Yeah, you passed a little earlier than I thought. I thought I had like time to get it down. Either way, point is, this is all your fault. Anyway, we have even Ubers right now, and you know, Foreskings still they're only behind by one, so they just need Oh, they're just going to go for the Uber exchange. That's pretty bold.
Get the sentry gun down. No. Okay.
Not quite.
Nothing's going to happen from that then, sadly.
This is like old school, as in really, really old school kind of TF2, right? I remember back in the day of like...
Oh, no.
Okay,
fine.
Are
we? No. Carry on. Are we granddads? Are we doing like the back in our day thing?
Yeah.
Do it.
But I'm not going to claim that it was a good strat, but it was basically just whenever you were in this kind of stalemate, you would just go for an Uber exchange and then hope the enemy team like overextended. Yeah. In the post Uber landscape, and that's not very good. Oh, Jackaleg's gonna go up super high. Actually gets a nice boost, and then second soldier comes in, gets him. Perfect bomb in there. Unfortunately, Zoe did also go down. So this is gonna be a 3-on-5 right now, with the snipers lurking around as well. But great bombing.
Yeah, no, really, really good. Nice double sync. They're actually not pushing out at all.
Nothing at all. Wow, no pressure. I'm surprised.
It might have been worth trying to get Flick into some good position for some pressure, just to try and get a force onto Zangetsu, because right now...
Yeah, plus now they have full heals on defense here. And we have seen a lot of bad pushes here. This heavy, just dancing. Oh,
staying alive. He's dodging everything. He's still alive. How is he still... Oh my god, he eventually goes down, but the entire team has collapsed by that point.
Yeah, sometimes fat men can actually dance. It's a real thing that we've just seen right now. So he's going to be hiding down here. Pretty unlikely that he gets anything done, but it is a big salvage blow. It actually worked out really well for them to not go for that aggression. They just went for having full buffs and having a really solid last defense. And that's all they needed. So I guess that's just believing in yourself that you don't need.
Believe in the power of the cards, Yugi. Wait, wrong franchise.
Fancy. Gets a third as well. That's a mega bomb right there. Holy hell. Go on, Lancer. Give him his fourth. Okay, Lancer. He doesn't want to do it.
God, what was that? Fancy, what was that? That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Fans came out of nowhere.
Very, very impressive stuff. Alright, they're going to get this second point. No doubt about it. This is going to be a bit of spam, but nothing big. And we've went all the way from Death and Destruction's last to Foreskings last. There's a bit of a heartbreak around if it actually ends up going to Death and Destruction, but we'll see. I feel like we've been through the entire map like 5 times so far.
Yeah, it's literally been coast to coast to coast to coast to coast.
Yeah, like I don't remember who started out pushing it to last, but we're going to have this Uber push here.
Yeah, and it's actually going to be a better one for D&D, and they got the pressure quite nicely, but Phoenix is staying alive, and actually they're going to be hit with a bit of their own medicine as they do lose. Everyone's super low. Fancy goes down. Yevon, Jorge, everyone super low. The only one not alive, well, the only one alive is Yevon. Everyone else dead.
Yeah.
Didn't focus the heavy.
Yeah, it's again like that heavy way tucked in the back, right? Just causes so much problem for both of these teams. They just cannot seem to crack that code. And so far, no one's being able to get onto last.
Oh my god,
looks like we're gonna go coast to coast to coast to coast to another coast.
East side to the west side. Sorry, I thought I'd do that for our American producer. I don't think I sounded American, but I thought I'd do it anyway.
I thought you sounded very cool, Grumpy.
Oh, cheers, buddy.
Alright, Wacky's in, Jorge's out.
You know what? Wacky has been playing really well this map. Like he has done so much work as a roamer. Leave the casting to us, bro. That was terrific. That was horrendous.
You can't hear what the microphone is saying, and that's a good thing. Alright. Oh!
Oh my god!
Lancer just gets deleted. That's tragic, and he might actually just sticky everyone off your Fancy. Oh, he doesn't even need to. Zangetsu at least gets a scout cap out, but that's another failed last push. I wonder how many of them there have been. I guess we're just going back to the east side or whatever.
Oh no, please don't continue this. That was bad.
See, the thing about bad jokes is that you repeat them enough, they become funny eventually, right?
That's my thing. That's what I do, and
I stole
it never worked.
Too bad. All right.
Oh, what is Jackie Legs doing? He's up in the air, bro. I think he tried to do a double sync then. No, singular sync. Sorry. God, I actually do jump maps as well. He was looking to do something fancy and hit the skybox.
Oh, so he went sniper. He got down the scout, and now the sword. Oh, Jackie Legs got very, very denied there. Wacky as well. So, yeah, might have to rethink this one. Actually, Soda's in behind. Ooh, doesn't quite get what he was looking for. Sengetsu is pretty weak, but he's just going to pick up this medkit. They're going to be in a good position here to get some more snipes off. It is pretty even. Oh, Jackless just decided to go in. Alright, that was pretty weird. Like, he just went in on his own, it seems like, without there being any other distraction. Maybe Jackless was the distraction. I'm not sure. But this is actually a point where you can kind of go banner if you really want to.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of the banners. Wait, who's gone on the spy? Oh, Yevon.
Oh, and he's left spawn as well. Yeah.
Oh, he's looking to do it. 100%.
Oh, there's
Phoenix,
another
not
spy.
a clue.
There's double spy, counter espionage incoming. Jackless on spy as well. Jeevan might be able to spot him as well. This is like a.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did. He spotted the spy. All right. So they.
He's got an eternal reward. Oh, one.
Oh, he got the
only one.
They know Jackless is on spy. So this is really, really, really good stuff here for Death and Destruction. They're in a great position. They just need to stop these soldiers from popping it. Oh, they found Jackless. There we go.
Oh my God, Wacky getting the force though.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Yeah. Pretty good salvage. But it's not really a salvage. Well, saying that, it's just going to go all the way back to last. The heavy's not going to get focused. And then we're going to go all the way to the other last. The heavy's not going to get focused. Yeah. Okay, so he's actually going to... Oh, so he could have just kept on running into the demo man. I don't think he realized. And now everyone else is just inside this lobby area. I kind of feel like Foreskings showed a bit too much respect. It's kind of been the thing this season to not show the enemy respect and just take it out like that. Gio's actually going to trade with Jackless. That's pretty decent for a spy that's been discovered, to be fair. Matt is going to go down before the Uber comes in. And this is not really a good situation here. Sengetsu with Uber not going to be able to push on this. Too many people are dead. But, I mean, this is Foreskings. Maybe they're going to do it anyway, right? I mean, Jackless, he's not going to sit on last. He's going to go up there.
Yeah, well, they have to. They have to. There's only 2 minutes left. Phoenix goes down.
Oh,
Zangetsu does no one of his... Jorge does a good Uber. Gets forced up.
I don't know if that was a good Uber. He saved his demo man, but was it worth saving him? I actually think it would have been better to just drop the demo man and save the Uber in that situation. I'm not sure. That's up in the air. But, like, I actually think it was better to just drop your demo man in that situation. Right?
Remind me never to play demo with you as a med. Just,
I'm ruthless like that.
Just drop your team.
Your life is not worth it to me.
Yeah, well, that's a good way to play medic, really.
Yeah. Oh, Jorge goes down to 11 HP, but there is no
fancy.
scout. Oh,
these pipes.
Another one. Yeah, fancy. He's really stepped up this game. Like, he's had some huge plays, and now he's just going to jump in here onto last. There is an Uber, but it's not going to last for very long. Oh my God, fancy just hits two pipes more, just a good measure. Counter Uber comes in. Jackless is still on the point, but
suspended.
Yeah, this flotation device. Is this like the Israeli space program? Is that how that worked? Oh,
that is odd. Oh my God, how long was that round? 17 minutes?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go look at the log just to cheat and see how long that round was. That was
but the game's not over yet.
That's a 27-minute round, but the logs are uploaded, 1.5 minutes early. So
no, the game's not. No, this is live.
Right.
Are you lying to the viewers and saying that this is actually 90 seconds behind real time?
It's all a lie. Nothing is live. Nothing is real.
Too many layers.
All right.
Too many layers.
Yeah. Oh, Zoe leaves the server rather than dying. I like it. Sangetsu gets airshot by Mattis. That's going in the fragment. No one will know that there was only 2 players alive on the team. It's fine.
Yeah, no, congratulations.
Victory.
Yeah, Devil Destruction's gonna move on.
D&D, yeah. That was a fun series. That was a messy map. I love it. That was a very, very silly map to watch.
Yeah, it was like as close as it can be with one team not getting a single round, Like, first map was pretty clean for Death and Destruction, but the second map, that could have gone either way, right?
Yeah. So, if someone shot the heavy, I feel like that was the theme of this map.
Yeah.
Just if they were able to focus those heavies, because as soon as the heavy wasn't involved, they got around. Like,
yeah, he just did the Kasatsky kick and danced around and unhittable, I guess.
Flick's like little happy feet moment was pretty impressive, to be honest.
Yeah, and then you have Phoenix. He just kind of stood there and shot and also didn't die. And then he killed everything that came close to him. So,
I actually want to have a look at some stats here, some numbers. I just want to see. Oh, Wacky stats don't reflect how much work he did. That's why I don't like logs, because I feel like Wacky did a lot of salvaging for his team.
He had a lot of, Uber forces don't show up in the logs. Like, that's just a death for you and an Uber for the enemy medic. It's both things that, like, are normally positive things. Right, so, yeah, those don't show up. But I will say, like, I pointed out Jackie Legs before, and you can see he had a lot more success on this map. And also Jorge and Sangetsu, they're a lot closer in deaths this time around. So I would
talk about the stat that matters, the only one that matters.
Go for it.
Mathis with 12 air shots.
Oh,
big.
That's a massive one.
That's a monopoly on air shots there, I must say.
Yeah, and
that's my log analysis done.
Yeah, and this doesn't show up in logs, but like Fancy had like 2 highlight plays, right? That's the real important stat.
Fancy Legs had 2 what?
Fancy had 2 like highlight plays.
Yeah.
Like you just teleported onto the medic and destroyed.
Oh yeah, that. Do you call it like a? I know it used to be called a bunny jump. When you do the sticky crouch slide jump.
Right, yeah.
That's exactly what he did, and he like weaved himself through the point. That's what was really stylish about it, is he weaved it through the point and slapped some pipes into Zangetsu. But I guess this is the end for Foreskings, is it? If it's the quarterfinal, this is Death and Destruction going to the semi-finals. Do we know who they're going to be up against?
No, this is the first.
The first.
Yeah, this is the first fixture in the
playoffs.
Yeah, and I don't actually know the format of the playoffs. They change every single season. If they were normal, it would just be like 4 against 1 and so on. But I think the way they usually do it is that number 3 and number 4 play each other, and then the winner of that plays number 2, and then the winner of that plays number 1 in the final. I think that's how it's done.
Okay, so Death and Destruction are going against TF2 easy.
Exactly.
And then whoever wins goes against the new Witness Gaming. Not the old Witness Gaming, but the new Witness Gaming.
Yeah.
Don't get it confused with the old Witness Gaming.
Yeah.
You'd be done, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's really easy to keep track of.
Yeah, cool. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool that everyone has changed their team name this season. That's
but
cool.
the Witness Gaming now is the Witness Gaming with Demul and Domo and Classy and Pappy, and that's the new Witness Gaming.
Yeah, Like they were originally called evil guys, but they proved how evil they were by immediately
stealing someone else's.
Yeah, stealing someone else's sponsor. So that's pretty on brand, I think.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. And then TF2 Easy was originally known as Backyard Bullies. So I don't know what to say about that. That's just annoying that they keep changing names. Yeah, Silentis is on that team. That's cool. That's like
which team? TF2 Easy or
yeah. He's the partner instead of Josh.
Okay. Oh yeah, well, Auto, Nazboy, Slenters, Nubby, Gazi, and Koff, Morale, Mr. Alexi, Kunu.
That's the guy. Yep.
Yeah, that's. Love it when players change their names. It doesn't confuse me at all.
Yeah. To be fair, I think he changed. Yeah. I kind of understand his reasoning, but anyway.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Definitely make sure to tune in for the next match in here. It's going to be TF2 Easy against Death and Destruction. When is it going to be played? We don't know yet. I'm going to guess Thursday. That's usually the day, but if not...
60,000 frames, let's go! That's nearly as many drops as I've done in my career as Medic. Let's go!
I'm glad I've been replaced by someone who also is deeply troubled. That warms my deep, dark heart.
Wait, when do you mean deeply troubled? Do you mean emotionally or computer related or both?
Computer related. My computer is trash. It is just dying in front of my arms. It is just squealing.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you get better. I mean, what? I don't really know what to say. I hope you get better soon.
Yeah. I mean, I got a huge tax rebate, so maybe I'm going to use that to buy a computer, right? That's how it works.
Mate, if that's a Danish tax rebate as well.
Oh, yeah. Juicy.
Yeah, boy. Don't spend it all on the good food. Oh, we should shout out people. You go first, Pete.
All right. Shout out to GrumpyKoi, of course, for being back. Shout out to Tom for helping us in the pregame. Shout out to Themicrocheese for doing production. Just soldering on no matter what. I like it. And then 8,000. All right. Just all the frame drops. It's cool. And then I will just remind everyone that I have a demo call on the ETF2L website where you can submit all of your demos from official matches. It got up kind of late this season, but it's there now. So, and I haven't been watching that many ETF2L demos this season, so I could use the help. So, cheers.
Still the hardest working guy on the planet. Oh, I could. Okay. Shout outs to Lucky, to Beta, to Dum Tum for doing the mistake of letting me cast again. Shout out to Wheathoofed because he's in chat, and I just thought I'd shout him out. Shout out to the gamers, the game. Shout out to Microcheese for dealing with us, and get your demos over to Beta. Bye.
Yeah. Oh, and shout out to me for being able to cut out all of this from the YouTube bot. I'm the best. See ya.
Why are you cutting this out?